So here's the panel, the Luan panel I'm going to screw onto my sliding door. And I used the piece that I had before. This is like really kind of silly, really. I had it the other side, my old piece. Didn't look this bad, but it was this color. Didn't have the knots and stuff. But I had it, and I took it off, and I traced it onto this piece because I wanted this grain so it could match the other side of that side of the door on the other side there. So, you know, it cost me a few bucks, but it's like 20 bucks to buy this piece of Luan. Well, it was way bigger, it was 4x8, but I still have some other ideas what I can use with the rest of the stuff. So I figured, I'll also do it. And this cedar piece I'm gonna cut, and it's gonna go right above here on the other side. Hard to see it where I'm on the outside of the van, isn't it? Another thing I worked on is, so you can see I no longer have my green masking tape on there. I put my seal back on. And I just used regular silicone. I did, I had some marine grade, what do they call it, goop or something. But unfortunately it was really old and it was all dried out inside. And you know, I was gonna, you know, buy some really good high quality stuff, but then I thought, I really don't want to smell that stuff. And since my air vent is right here, that's how I get my air, as well as the roof vent, of course. But I just didn't want those fumes in there while I was sleeping. And I know that the silicone is low odor and it's much more user friendly, you might say. Now, I could have bought the proper 3M material adhesive that you use to connect this with. But I thought, you know, I'd rather buy silicone as well because I can use it in different areas. It can be used as a glue, it can be used in all kinds of different things. So that is finished. Another thing I did was I put my speakers up, and I got the, actually I haven't even taken this off because I just did this yesterday. Let's do it right now. I got this tape up here and I siliconed this on yesterday. It's a perfect example of why I went with silicone, because, well, like it's a little bit coming off. It's like a glue, it's holding it there, and it's, my head of course is right down here. So using the silicone in this situation allows me to use a low odor adhesive where I can sleep right below it, and I don't have to get those noxious fumes. So that's done. The next thing I did was I transferred my tools out of the milk crate into this briefcase. And as you can see, I really don't have that many tools. I mean, paintbrush, is that even a tool? I don't know. I got some things, like I got screwdriver and vice grips. But it fits in here fine. And a lot of the stuff is like, I don't even know how often am I going to use these zip ties, or I got a whole bunch of these bags of L brackets and stuff I may never use. So I have some receipts for some of the stuff I'm going to return to Home Depot, but I don't have all the receipts. I bought this briefcase at a swap meet flea market about 10 years ago for 25 cents. What a deal, what a deal. This tape is still on my finger, get off. And then I bought this container And this is where I'm keeping all my screws and bolts and stuff. More extra stuff. That's a latch attachment for a cupboard. Extra piece of wood. This is oak. This is good quality stuff. You know, drill bits, screws, that kind of a thing. And the reason why, you know, I had all this stuff in one milk crate, and yes, it fit and it was fine, but I needed to take the milk crate out of the spot that it was in, which was right here, because I got to put my base cab here. And putting these things in here, these smaller containers like this Rubbermaid and the briefcase, allows me to store them differently. Like up here, I can put this right here. This is fine. And I still have room to put something up here too if I wanted to. And this briefcase goes right underneath my bass amp, which is in here. Shall I show you what it looks like? It's just a regular thing. You guys probably aren't that interested, but there it is. Crest Pro Light. Something like 2600 watts. Very powerful. And more important than powerful is that it's versatile. So I can use this bass amp not only for my bass, but in this power amp, it's a power amp with a preamp pedal that powers the bass. So I can use, in a power amp, there's actually two amplifiers, and you connect them together. It's called bridging, and you can get way more watts. And it's versatile because I can use one amp for my bass, and I can use the other half of the amp for the PA system, even though it's in one container, one unit. So that's ideal. And if I was just playing in a regular band and I didn't need the other half of the amp for the PA, I can, if one half of the amp dies, I can use the other half, or I could have a very, very powerful amp, but like I said, 2600 watts and no shortage of volume. Anyway, you guys are probably like, oh, who cares? I'm not interested in bass stuff. This is going to be the beginnings of my, this is a bamboo cutting board I got from IKEA, and I'm going to put my keyboard on here and mouse pad, and then I'm going to have my I'm going to put a selfie stick right here, put my phone there, and that's going to be the beginnings of my computer system. I did that before on a different thing, but no more. This saw is going to be moved, and what do I got in here? I don't think anything really. Oh, this is some electronic connections, and this is all the stuff I'm going to bring to Home Depot that I haven't used, that I have receipts for. So that can go right up here, or I'll find some spot for that. My bass cab's going to go in there very soon. And as you may have spotted, I have a guitar in here. That I'm probably going to hang on this wall. This is very awkward and heavy. It's either like that, or I think I'm going to flip it over like this. And that way, keeping out of my space even more. And now I'm debating whether I should put my bass there or my guitar there. My bass is right here. But I've been playing a lot of guitar lately, so I don't know. I'm undecided. Still thinking it over. Houston, we have a problem. I don't have enough room to fit the screwdriver in here, and I can't access it from the inside because of the heater plywood that's in front of it. I'm not going to move the door because it's kind of wedged in there. Anyway, I don't know. Not enough room here, man. Lots of fun. These are the kinds of problems you have in the land of one awesome inch. Well, at least it's a beautiful day today. Can't complain there. This is called lack of forethought. I should have figured this out before I had this problem, but oh well. Get in there, you little bugger. Alright, so you got it done. That's what it looks like on the inside. The door closed. Not a perfect job, but par for the course, I'm afraid. Par for the course. Let's take a look and see what it looks like where I did those screws. So here you can see the tricky bits, each one by hand, like I don't know how many, 8, 10 of them. Some of them I could do from the inside, like the ones near the bottom I could do from the inside, but challenge accepted, mission accomplished. So this is how I made an improvement to this hat. The original thickness is like right to this part. What I did was I went to a thrift store and I bought a cheapo hat that already had this, you can see it's coming off, I haven't glued this part down yet. Bought this cheapo hat for $2 that had a good quality, it was a brand new hat, but it had a good quality, what do I call that, towel material, called terry cloth. So I basically just took it out and I siliconed it on, since I had a whole tube of it, and you can see right around the edges here, pushed down a bit. I wore the hat to try to keep it in place. Originally I tried this Velcro, but what happened was it did hold. Problem is it made the thickness of the hat really wide, and it's hard to explain, but it really looked awkward when you had it on your head. Anyway, took a hat and I made it way more comfortable by having that, especially on my bald head.